Hello, and welcome to another episode of Fearox Frank Reviews. Now, before I get started with today's film, CyberTracker, I just want to make a couple of things clear. My last episode from last year was kind of a bit of a disappointment. I will admit to this. The Rendell review, I want to give it more in-depth details in a sense. I want to go further into the review. So, eventually, I will probably go back to the Rendell film and review it. And last review, I talked about Out for Justice, and I made a bit of a mistake. It turns out that William Forsythe's character's name is Richie. So I kept on calling him Ricky throughout the entire review, so kind of a bit of a mistake. Plus, one of my friends is called Ricky, so I guess I got kind of confused there. But I guess you could say that I just watched the film, and I just got too overjoyed while I was watching it, and I got a little scrambled with some of the names. So, my mistake. I'm not perfect. So, whatever. Still is a good movie, though. Give it a watch. This, on the other hand, is actually also another good movie, too. This is another Don Wilson film. Now, judging by the looks of the DVD cover of the CyberTracker, now, what comes to mind? You're thinking Terminator, right? Well, here's the question. Is this technically a Terminator knockoff? Kind of is. Yeah, it kind of is technically a Terminator knockoff. In a sense, Don Wilson stars as an ex-Secret Service agent named Eric Phillips. And there's a female reporter called Connie, and I kind of forget her last name in this one, but then again, I don't think it was really that important because because there's a sequel to this movie and where the two of them are both together and they're married. And it's the same actress who's playing it, so nice to know. So, I guess when it comes down to the CyberTracker, you would think Terminator, and also there's multiple CyberTrackers in this thing, but they're also known as core trackers, and there are multiple ones, and Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, Unit 5, Unit 6, Unit 1, you get the idea. There's different unit names, but they're all played by the same actor, in a sense, which is a bald-headed, muscle-bound guy wearing a leather jacket. And he stores weapons inside of his body that are pretty much digitally added in and out. So it's kind of like a crappy After Effect, but it's a cheesy, low-budget B-movie film. So it's like, yeah. Also, Richard Norton's also in this movie, too. Yeah. Is he in it? Yes, he is right there. Richard Norton is on the back. He is one of the main villains that's in this. He's also a he's basically working for the U.S. Senator, who's actually working alongside with an evil corporated man who actually developed the cybercore trackers, and the chief of police, who is a complete bitch. Yeah. Long story short, I mean, the movie takes place in the future, or something of that matter, like 20-something, give or take. Actually, you know what, to be fair, since we have robots to this very day, it won't be surprised if this movie takes place in this time period, so it won't be that surprising. But, what's the premise of the movie exactly? Well, basically, like I said, Don Wilson's character is Eric Phillips, ex-Secret Service member, who's working to protect the senator. But it turns out the senator's evil the entire time, and he kills a doctor who was leaking information to a terrorist organization that was actually trying to shut the program down. And they frame Phillips for it. Now, since it's Don Wilson, and he's an ex-Secret Service agent, here's another thing, too. Alright, it's not just the fact that he's also being played by Don Wilson, who's a former kickboxing champion, but Secret Service agents are also highly trained in military martial arts as well. So, in other words, they pretty much have to go through the same training over in Quantico, Virginia. And if you've seen the training over in Quantico, like the martial arts style they have over there is military fighting styles such as MCMAP, Marine Corps Martial Arts Program, Line, MAC, whatever. There's like several different styles of military martial arts. So, bottom line, he knows how to fight. So they kind of screwed up. So they thought they could just blame him for a murder and just have to deal with it, and that would be about it. And the cops would try to arrest him, or they could send a CyberTracker after him. Big mistakes on all accounts. He goes to the police station. He didn't even know that the chief was in on the whole thing. So she sets up a CyberTracker, and she sets out the arrest warrants while he's in the station, amongst all things. So he sees his warrant. He walks right out. But the cops try to stop him. He just beats the shit out of all of them. Like, he kicks all their asses. And they're like, how's he kicking our ass? I'm like, guys, it's Don fucking Wilson. Don the Dragon Wilson. He's gonna kick your ass. Come on. Idiots. So they do actually send a tracker after him. The tracker catches up to him. The tracker is stronger and has much more better reflexes. However, yeah, Wilson's character, Phillips, he is, like I said, he's Secret Service. He has training experience to deal with terrorists, and he's got military training experience. So, all in all, he pretty much can handle one of the CyberTrackers. In a sense, he does wind up stealing a fire truck. The tracker gets damaged during the scuffle, and while it's on there, it's like, and all you hear is this freaking tracker going, I am Unit 5, I am Unit 5, while it's on the truck, and then the truck flips over. And Wilson just, he actually does kill the tracker. And so, the terrorist organization, who's actually known as the Human Rights Organization, they actually wind up, go and get him. Now the Human Rights Organization actually did attack the senator earlier in the movie, and Wilson did actually, and Phillips did actually kill most of the members who did actually attack the senator. However, the leader said it was unauthorized, so that was their fault. So their deaths are not on his hands. However, one of the guys that actually goes to pick up Eric Phillips is actually the younger brother of one of the guys Eric Phillips had actually killed earlier in the film. So, yeah, one of those subplots. And it turns out that the reporter, Connie, is actually the leader of the terrorist organization. But they were trying to shut them down without resorting to violence. But if you know many terrorist organizations, this is never going to work. So, violence is mostly going to be the answer for most of these people. Anyway, a second tracker goes after Phillips. Now, it turns out that the bullets that the trackers are using, in a sense, actually have small miniature transmitters inside the bullets. So if the target actually winds up getting away, they can track the bullet down of where they were, without even noticing that. So the tracker finds finds the terrorist organization. He kills practically everybody there. Well, Wilson and Connie do actually wind up leaving and actually do get away from him. And Wilson, they do commandeer the truck of the tracker, and the damn thing had an RPG in the back seat. Who carries an RPG in the back seat of their car? Okay, now that I said that, and since I play Grand Theft Auto 5 a lot, yeah, pretty much everybody on GTA Online has an RPG in the back seat. As well as the Terminator. I guess I got that right. So yeah, they kill another. So Wilson kills another goddamn tracker. Ha! But anyway, Richard Norton's character actually winds up tracking Phillips down. They capture them. They find out exactly what the evil scientist was planning to do, which was replace the entire Senate with robots and keep everything more to his favor. The guy pretty much has a god complex. So he's like, yeah, I'm a god. I can do whatever the fuck I want. So. Yeah, they take him to all three of the main bad guys. They're eating dinner, and they see both the main heroes. So what they do? Wilson just beats the shit out of most of the guards, and they get away. The main scientist, he just up and leaves, and he disappears for a while too. So the police chief and the senator are both gone, but the chief actually goes right down to the basement. That's where all the trackers are. So she stresses up another tracker. However, Norton's character decides to fight Phillips. Yeah, so Richard Norton's character is going to fight Don Wilson's character, and not going to lie, it's a pretty damn decent good fight scene for a B film. Hey, when it comes to B action movies, especially the martial art ones, you're bound to get a decently good fight scene, and this is a pretty damn good fight scene. So yeah, it's a pretty decent, well choreographed fight scene, and Wilson does actually wind up kicking the shit out of Norton. And Connie actually winds up killing the police chief because she tells the chief not to press the button to start the tracker. She didn't listen. Connie shoots her. One bitch down. Anyway, the tracker gets activated and it goes after Wilson. And Wilson decides to try to fight it hand to hand, but it's a freaking robot. It's like a wannabe Terminator machine. So it's literally just chucking him around all over the place. So Williams actually goes into the weapons locker where the trackers keep their weapons. He gets a gun. Bang, bang, bang. Nothing. Wait, grenades. Ha ha. but he runs right out the police station. And the tracker goes after him. It's like, oh wait, grenade, ha, tracker, quick, ball. Oh fuck! Ah! Something a bit interesting about the tracker's skin. You could actually go into the skin physically in there because it's like some type of holographic some type of holographic alloy. I don't even know how the hell it's made. Even in the movie, they're kind of confused how it works in a sense. If it's a real life Terminator, if you could go inside the skin and actually put a bomb in there. Okay, what's gonna happen? Terminator's gonna rip its skin open, remove the bomb before it explodes. The CyberTracker, this is what happened. Well. Wilson activates another grenade. The tracker is grabbing him by the throat, about to punch his head off. So Wilson literally goes right into the stomach, places the grenade, and just runs and kaboom! Tracker number 3. Dead. Anyway, Connie and Wilson get away, and the senator is actually holding another meeting. And, well, Wilson knocks out a guard, takes his clothes, and shoots the senator right in front of everybody. But this is a bit of a shocker because we discovered something about the senator. He was a robot the whole time. The senator is a goddamn robot. You know, considering the way how Congress is and politics are, that wouldn't be surprising to know we have a couple of robots for a Senate. That would not be surprising if that happens today. Yeah. So yeah, the senator was actually a robot the whole time. The whole core tracker thing has been dismantled. And now they're not going to use the computerized justice thing anymore, which is what they were using throughout the entire movie. So now it's going to be real cops. So now they're going to be using real cops going back on the streets again. Yeah, crime is a bit all-time high, but knowing that innocent people were killed by the trackers, yeah, everything's back to normal. As for the main scientist, well, Connie and Eric Phillips, they're living together. They're going to be married. They're probably going to get married soon because, like I said, there's a sequel to this movie. And Connie asked Eric if they heard anything about the main scientist. She said, don't worry about it. I gave him a taste of his own medicine. It's like, wait, what do you mean by taste of his own medicine? We later see him on a beach somewhere, and he gets overshadowed by somebody, and all you see is another CyberTracker go up to him. It's like, I'm Unit 8. You sent a CyberTracker to go kill the guy. Okay. Alright, not gonna lie. That was a smart call. Taste of his own okay. Smart call there. Congratulations. No, I'm serious. That was a smart call. Let him taste his own medicine. Fuck him, the guy was an asshole. Though, it would have been nice if we got to see him killed on screen, but he's killed off screen, so it's like, doesn't really matter. Anyway, that is basically CyberTracker. Is it a good movie? Well, like I said, it's a B sci-fi action movie starring Don Wilson. It's a pretty decent film, in a sense, so it is technically kind of like a Terminator knockoff, mixed in with a little RoboCop here and there. Except, think of it as like the Terminators were working for the cops, and they kept getting, every time one was destroyed, another one comes in, and they're all played by the same actor, so that does save time and money, though, but that does revolve around the Terminator concept, considering the fact that many of the Terminators, they came off of a construction belt, so that made sense. Except that was the 101, except for the Terminators, the T-800s, that's the 101 models. There are different types of Terminator models that have different facial features, but it's like 102, 103, 207, or some shit. So, yeah. I do highly recommend. So, for those action lovers and sci-fi action lovers, give this movie a bit of a watch. It's a 90s action film. You may enjoy it. And it stars Don Wilson. Can't go wrong with that. I do highly recommend my friends and colleagues to give this movie a watch. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it. And if you don't, that's fine. There's tons more Don Wilson movies I can try reviewing later on. Oh, shit. Yeah. No, it's not this movie. I just realized. Tune in next time. I'm going to review 4 movies. Yeah. but it's not going to be what you think. It's going to be a new segment. I wanted to do this last season, but I figured, fuck, I'm going to do it this season. It's going to be called Film Storyline Comparisons. 2 different films, but yet there are similarities between them. 2 different genres of films, but similarities between them. So, till then, take care. Shit! Where the hell are the movies at? Oh, here they are.